Hi, first grade scientists. It's Mr. Phelps coming back with you, and we are going to continue our talk on matter. So just to reiterate and go over again, what is matter? Matter is the stuff around you. Matter is everything around you. Atoms and compounds are all made of very small parts of matter. Those atoms can go on to build the things you see and touch every day. Matter is defined as anything that has mass and takes up space, which means it has volume. And mass is the amount of matter in an object. And then these are the three types and states of matter that we are going to discuss in this unit: solid, liquid, and gas. And last week, on Thursday, you learned what a solid was. And we'll read it one more time just to go over it. Solid, a solid's a solid. It doesn't change space. It can't move around. It stays in one place. Your desk is a solid, and so is your chair. Just look in your classroom. Wow, they're everywhere. And then I had you, for your discussion, walk around with a notebook and pencil and jot down 10 solids that you found in your house. Now remember, solids, they're hard. They can't change shape. They stay in one state of matter. And on the anchor chart, you can see here, sunglasses, a globe, scissors, those are all things that are a solid, and they will remain a solid. They can't change their shape. Today, we're going to talk about our second state of matter, which is liquid. So I'm going to make that larger for us. All right, it says liquids. A liquid moves smoothly. We say that it flows from one place to another. How quickly it goes. We know that most liquids are easy to see. With no shape of their own, they're not like you and me. And some examples that they have on here look like there's some apple juice and nail polish, liquids. So one clue and hint about liquids: it can move from one place to another and it flows, okay? So it takes the shape of the bottle. So that's what a liquid is. And I also wanted to share with you something else that we are going to watch. We are going to watch a video on the three states of matter that we're going to be discussing: solids, liquids, and gases, just to give you a little bit more insight on what those three states of matter, what they are. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen again. And let's watch a Brain Pop Jr. video about solids, liquids, and gases.
You might need better tools than that, Moby. That piece of stone is really hard. It's a solid. You know, a solid? It's a kind of matter. What is matter? Matter is all around us. All living and non-living things are made of matter. Yep, those glasses are made of matter. Water is made of matter too. Right, your floaties are filled with matter. We are even made of matter. In fact, everything that takes up space is matter. And all matter has mass too. Like, you're a lot bigger and heavier than me. So your mass is greater than mine. We can sort or classify matter into three main groups: solids, liquids, and gases. What are solids like? A solid is a kind of matter that has its own shape. I see lots of solids here. They look really different from each other because they have different properties. Well, a property is a way to describe matter. Like this towel is soft, fuzzy, and blue. And that diving board is long, white, and made of hard plastic. What are liquids like? Water is a liquid, and it sure is wet. Other liquids can be sticky or slippery. A liquid is a kind of matter that does not have its own shape. It flows and takes the shape of whatever container it's in. When you measure the amount of space something takes up, you find its volume. When we cook, we use measuring cups and spoons to help us measure volume. But your inner tube was filled with air. What are gases like? A gas is like a liquid because it flows and takes the shape of its container. Gases can be invisible or have smells. All right, Moby, you're filling that inner tube up with gas. Air is all around us, and it's made of different gases. What? The sun is made of gases too? You've been to the sun? And you didn't melt? So you see, Moby, that stone is really solid. What are you trying to make anyway?
All right, I hope that you learned a lot more about solids, liquids, and gases. So let's take a quiz, and I want you to take it along with me. So when I show you the question, I want you to think, what is your answer?
Start. Which kind of matter has its own shape? Liquids, solids, gases, water.
So I want you to think, what matter has its own shape? A, B, C, or D? If you selected B, you are correct.
What are the properties of a dime? Soft, warm copper. Shiny metal silver. Hard, fuzzy white. Cool, wet, heavy.
So think of a dime. How would you describe what a dime is? What are the dime's properties? A, B, C, or D? If you selected B, you are correct.
What can you use to measure the volume of a liquid? A scale. A clock. A ruler. A measuring cup.
Okay, so what can you use to measure liquid? Well, I'm looking at my choices, and if I poured liquid on a scale or on a clock or on a ruler, that wouldn't help me out. So that leaves me with measuring cup.
Which of these is a solid? A book. Milk. Air. Raindrop.
Okay, so I know that a solid, it can be hard or soft, and it has its own shape. So which one of these has its own shape? If you chose book, you're correct.
Gas is not always visible to the eye. What does visible mean? Has its own shape. has matter, able to change, able to be seen.
Okay, so gas is not always visible to the eye. What does visible mean? Okay, so when I hear the word visible, it kind of looks like there might be the word vision in there. And I know that you use your eyes to see things. So just by processing and eliminating answers, I'm going to say D, able to see, especially when it says visible to the eye, you use your eye to see. All right, so looks like we got 5 out of 5. Well, I hope you enjoyed our lesson today. The main focus was liquids, and then we watched that Brain Pop video on the 3 states of matter, and I hope you took that quiz with me, and I know you did a great job. Okay, we'll see you next time. Have a good day.